say thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I have a big stack of books that I want to share with you guys. This is books that I think you should read for summer, and these are amazing book recommendations if I don't say so myself. I think these books are amazing reads that you will enjoy for the summer, and I just want to share it with you guys. So I have a big stack here, so we're not going to go in too much great detail with each and every book, but I did want to just go through them and read the synopsis in the back so you can see what you guys want to read. First we have, of course, Macbeth by William Shakespeare. I absolutely adore this book. I think it's fantastic in every sense of the word. A lot of you guys have already read this for probably school or whatnot, but I haven't read it when I was younger, so I just read this a couple of days ago in one sitting, and it was absolutely phenomenal, and it's a book that I will never forget. I love the drama, the murder, the ghosts in the story. I think it just has everything you want in a William Shakespeare story. I think this is a great read to be outside in the sun, basking in the warm summer air, eating blueberries or strawberries and reading a bloody Shakespeare. Alright, next we have on this list is a book that I raved about before, and it is the Dante comedies by Dante himself. This is a Wordsworth classic, and this is one of the original translators, so that's why I got this specific edition by H.F. Carey. Of course I got this in London at School Books, and it's been used. I haven't read the whole thing. I'm still reading book 1, Inferno, but I'm absolutely enjoying this, and I think this is a fantastic dramatic poetry read for summer. The next book on my list is quite relevant to me because I'm currently working at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, and this is Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare. And so I think to read a book while you're working in a place called Caesar's is like, why not? The next read that I have is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jenny Winterson. I've mentioned this one before. I have 2 copies of this one that I ordered accidentally because I thought I didn't order the first one, so then I reordered it again, which is so insane because I thought I already had it. I'm gonna pick a lucky winner of anybody who subscribed, and they'll get this book. And I think this one really gives off unhinged cottagecore summer vibes. I don't know, that's what I'm feeling from it. And it also has oranges in the title, like that sounds very summerish to me. And this copy that I have is very much annotated, as you can see. It's a bit of this person with literal crazy in this book. I was not aware when I got this copy that I was going to be so annotated. Like, this is insane. But it says here, this is why I really like secondhand books, because see, it says here, to Kathy. It's so fun to get used books and thrifted books, not only because it's ethical, but because it's personalized as well. And it's cool to see who treasured this and who read this to the core and damaged it, ruined it because they loved the book so much. I just think there's so much magic in thrifted books, so here's that one for you. Okay, the next book that I have is Roxanna by Danielle Defoe. This one I got recommended by Sarcastic Fish on YouTube. It's like it's a really old, I think this was written in, yeah, this was written in 1724, so it's quite old, but it's a great feminist read. The next one, of course, I cannot go out without saying that Sappho poems are a must read for summer, any time of the year really. This one is Poems in Fragments. I got this one from Foyles in London. This is one of the most greatest poets in classical literature. She's a feminist. She wrote things that broke barriers for the first time, and she was like one of the early poets to mention poetry that had to do with the moon. I'll read you a little bit synopsis in the back for you. So I did read this in the springtime, but I also think it is very appropriate and very whimsical to read this in the summertime as well. And it's beautiful. The poetry in this is stunning. So I will share with you the books that I'm reading right now. I'm currently reading Rebecca and The Girls. This is my TBR for the month of June. These books are obviously a lot bigger, so they're gonna take more time to read. But this one by Daphne de Maurier is Rebecca. I think I've already mentioned this in the other video, so I won't read the synopsis here, but this is total gothic vibes, very beautiful writing, and this book was also read by Taylor Swift and inspired a lot of her songs, so that's the other reason why I wanted to pick this up. But it's gorgeous and I love the cover as well. As I mentioned, I'm reading The Girls by Emma Kling. This one is takes place in California. It's about girlhood, and I think it's an interesting exploration of what it means to be a girl in society, and especially in the old society. This takes place in 1969, and I'm also in love with the 60s vibes. I just love the aesthetic, the clothing, the funness of it all. I'm really getting into the 60s, so prepare to watch me get more and more into the 60s as time progresses, because that I'm reading this month and I'm super excited. The next book that I think is very appropriate for summer is Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. This one you guys already know. I just love this collector's edition. I think it is so cute. The next book that I read back during the winter time is A Movable Feast by Ernest Hemingway. This one is a fantastic, moody, atmospheric read about an old man writing, I think it was Michigan or Minnesota? I think it was Michigan. He's writing in Michigan about his past experiences in Paris. And it's beautiful writing. It's so real and raw. Just like, I don't know, he just like the way he's like reminiscing on life. It's just like, it makes you take in each simplistic moment in your life and dwell in the beauty of it. I'll read you the synopsis. Hemingway's memories of life as an unknown writer living in Paris in the 20s are deeply personal. Warmly affectionate and full of wit, looking back not only at his own much younger self, but also at the other writers who shared Paris with him. James Joyce, absolute legend, fantastic read for summer. And as you can tell, I'm also obsessed with Paris, so this is another French vibey book. The next book that I think is a fantastic read for the month of June is Call Me By Your Name by Audrey Kienman. I think that's how you say it. This is a really popular book. I'll read the synopsis for you real quick. Call Me By Your Name is a story of a sudden and powerful romance that blossoms between an adolescent boy and a summer guest at his parents' cliffside mansion on the Italian Riviera. So another thing why I love this book is because it takes place in Italy, and I just love those vibes. There's this place in Las Vegas that's called the Venetian, and it is just swimming in Italian vibes, and I absolutely love that. Each is unprepared for the consequences of their attraction when, during the restless summer weeks, unrelenting currents of obsession, fascination, and desire intensify their passion and test the charged ground between them. Recklessly, the two verge towards the one thing both fear they may never truly find again: total intimacy. But this is a very beautiful read. I think it's a lovely summer read. Last but not least, we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I think this is a fantastic read for summer or for any time of the year. It's a classic. It's a book that everybody adores and loves so much, and I think it just encompasses all the romanticism, all the summer-esque, all the beautiful picturesque vibes that you get in your head when you think of summer and romance. This has it all. This is an absolute classic and a must read. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this book recommendation, and please let me know if there's any books that I need to add to my TBR for this summer. And I hope you guys have a lovely reading week, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at TaylorTwins. I love you all so much.